What's up, Dragon Brood? It's not often we see deck lists and say, like, this isn't a real deck, right? But today, this isn't a real deck, right? But in one of the Magic Online events, this pile of cards, which appears to be 5-color legends, I guess, managed to do pretty well. So let's take a look at it and see how it does today. Yeah, this thing made a top 8, and it's a bunch of 1s and 3s and 2s, and I don't know, man. But it has a Nick Fury, just a one-of, but there are at least a few heroes we can use this with. We have a couple of Zach Fayers, which makes sense, right? Protect your creatures, fair enough. Bruce Banner, which can get cards and hopefully sometimes be the Incredible Hulk. Grand feels a little adventurous in this list because we don't ever really want to attack with it, but it's kind of the only way we have to activate it as far as I can tell, so I don't know, and we only have 3 non-creature spells. So if there's anything in this list that by the end of the video we'd be liking to change, it's probably Grand, but we'll see. We have Cecil, Dark Knight, that's fine, this card's still good. We have Jennifer Walters, also still good, not a surprise. Spectacular Spider-Man, and this makes sense, the deck that has 35 creatures, you should be trying to keep them alive. The Wondrous Wasp, this is a flash creature, it has flying, and when it enters, tap up to 1 target creature, it loses all abilities as long as this remains on the battlefield. Pretty cool card, actually. Doesn't get that much play. We have Gwen Stacy that can be bigger on the backside, but on the front can help you find the cards that you need. 1 Miles Morales being the only, I guess, regular green card. Granted, the backside of the couple of heroes can use green. And I guess our spells use green. That's about it. We have Arachne. So this actually lets us slow the opponent's hand down, which this makes a lot of sense, right? Because your opponent has Day of Judgments or whatnot. You just call sorcery since you have mostly creatures. You don't really care. There's Red Guardian, which is an interesting inclusion. So destroy target creature an opponent controls that dealt damage this turn. So likely we're going to have to run into combat and then our opponent blocks and we're like, oh, got him, right? Get rid of that blocker. Eddie Brock. This is a way that we could return some 1-mana things, whether that's Zach Fair, Grand, whatever, or even Bruce Banner late if we want to play it on the other side. And then the backside of Venom is whenever Venom attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw X cards. You may put a permanent with mana value X or less from your hand on the battlefield, which is a sacrifice creature's mana cost. So there's probably some fun tricks we'll get to do with this if we actually get to use the backside. Ing Swift Savior. This obviously just a pseudo counter spell for the deck. 1 King T'Challa, which, you know, if games go long, maybe we get to play it with haste after or flash after a sweeper. Couple of Cloak and Dagger that we can deal with the opponent's hand or get something out of the way potentially. So this could be kind of cool. 1 Honest Rutstein, because this actually makes cards cost less since we have all creatures. That's good. Now, their list had 2 Serapherian. I went and added a 3rd because I'm fine just playing 61 cards. But honestly, I think Serapherian is actually really good for this list. Like, not just making everything cost less, but the fact that we can make everything +2/+2, pretty big stuff. Then we have Absorbing Man. This is a 4/4 for 3, which is already good on rate. But then you're getting your first main phase. Until your next turn, this becomes a copy of target artifact, non-aura enchantment, or land, except it's still Absorbing Man. So you could copy who knows what. Maybe we need more mana for something, or I guess we could copy another creature. No, it actually can't copy. It says target artifact, non-aura enchantment, or land. So I don't know. Like, we'll see what this is going to do in here. But I guess if you had a Serapherian, but it'd still be legendary. So yeah, that probably wouldn't really work either. I don't really know. We'll see. Oh, well, his name's still Absorbing Man, so I guess you could actually copy the backside of that. That could be interesting. Anyway, we have a Killmonger. When it enters, you can sacrifice another creature. If we do, get to destroy a non-land permanent. I could see this deck playing another Killmonger with the number of creatures that we're playing, because that could be a way we could get rid of more things, because we don't have a lot of ways to do that right now. And then 3 Celestial Reunion, which could help us go search for something, put it on the battlefield. We'll see, man. There's a lot going on with this deck. It looks like a mess, but hey, it top 8'd an event. But yeah, before we get into it, y'all know the drill. Be sure to check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. That's TOAmagic.com. You can use my code DRAGON. Why? Because you can save 5% of whatever you order over there. Just use my code, which is DRAGN. But all right, wish me luck. This is going to be a wild ride. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I don't even know what a good or a bad hand is. This looks fine. I mean, we could turn 1 a Cecil, because they're all humans. So there's that, right? So let's just go ahead and put this on human. And play Cecil, I guess. I don't know. This is gonna be wild, man. I don't know what's gonna happen on turn to turn. Cause there's so many like one-ofs that some of the hands are just gonna feel kind of random. Boy. I mean, I guess we Grand Nick Fury attack for 2. Like, I don't know. I mean, there's a chance we could cast Gwen Stacy on the back. Well, no, because we're going to be short a lot of colors, right? We're going to need still another red or blue. Okay, there's that. I don't hate it. The problem is we can't really use Arachne now because we need to leave mana up for Aang. Ugh. All right, so let's just attack with these 2 knuckleheads. See what the opponent does. Nick Fury and Cecil can go get some. All right, they're blocking the Cecil, letting us keep the Nick Fury. Fair enough. And I'm just going to pass with mana up to cast Aang, because I don't know what else we do here. I mean, the good news is, though, we could, like, Aang, then, like, Arachne into Aang again? Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to, like, try to figure out what this deck's game plan is. It's kind of a mess. An opponent doesn't have any instant speed stuff here, so I don't know what's happening. Ooh, Cloak and Dagger's kind of a sweet card here, though. What if we just attack with everything? Nah, we kind of need the Cavern of Souls. Dang it. This does have haste, though. All right, I'm going to discard the Cloak and Dagger. That's probably not right, but we'll see what happens. Let's tap for just white. Play the Arachne. Pick up Aang. What do you have? You have sorcery, sorcery, land. Oh, and a creature. But yeah, we're going to call it sorcery, of course. In the turn. Opponent's at 11. I mean, maybe we could do a little something. They only have 1 green mana, though. I mean, I guess they could take 2 to have more green. Yeah, that's fine. How much can we do next turn? Oh, actually, if they don't play anything, we just win, right? Because we can get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, no, we would need to keep all of our stuff. Dang it. Oh, we knew they had the other one anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's fine. We'll just be sad about it. Actually, can we go black, white, green, blue, red, and we can activate? Oh, wait. Oh, we can't even use this to activate with the Cavern of Souls. So that's kind of bad. All right. Yeah, so we're going to be rarely on Nick Fury activations, I think, in this video. Put that on human again. Yeah, I mean, if you got something, you got something, I guess. Oh, Serapharian, you're so late. Why were you? Oh, no. That would have ended the game for sure. Giving everybody +2/+2 would have been awesome. All right, are we dead? Because they can go search for something and put whatever in their graveyard, right? But they only have 1 blue and only 1 green, so that's got to limit them to something. And they're at 2. This is like some type of Sultai control pod. They needed a lot of mana for something. I just don't know why. All right. And then, yeah, that's not going to be enough. Even if they have a removal spell, we're good. Wow. I ain't going to lie to y'all. At no point in this game did I know where we were headed. Like, I wish, like, this is going to be the craziest game to watch, video to watch me play a deck. Because like, we're just playing cards, man. This is just like a jammed pile of stuff, but it's a blast. Yeah, this seems fine. Nothing to complain about on this one. We might even get to reuse a Miles Morales if we're lucky. Ooh, do we start with the Grand just to see what happens? Put that on human. Did we find the way the Grand might not be terrible attacking on turn 2 when we draw the one Miles Morales? Like, oh man, this is gonna be wild. I do appreciate that all these are actual decks we can play right now. This is such a wild time. All right, it's Miles Morales it is. Counter. Go attacking. Get to draw. I mean, are we supposed... I guess I'm supposed to call Artifact with this guy? Is that what we're doing next turn? Probably. Man, I don't know. Like, Jennifer Walters, away you go, I guess. I got to keep the tutor just in case. But I assume they're going to play an artifact or artifact-making thing. We might be able to get them, though. We might be able to attack, they block, and we get them with the Red Guardian. This deck's going to have so many weird turns. I love it. Umbro Caller's Zealot, sure. Sure. Now, we could just play Zach Fair. Let them block, save a thing. Then cast Arachne, which is probably more correct to do. So let's do that. It's probably smarter. And we can still play Bruce Banner. Had we not drawn the Bruce Banner, I think I might have just went for the Red Guardian play. Yeah, sure. We got rid of the other one. We'll get rid of that one too. Why not? Okay. We will try to save our Grand. See what the opponent wishes to do. All right. Then we will play Arachne. Since it doesn't make as much sense to play Bruce Banner. Oh, well, Planeswalkers. Sure. Makes sense, though. There's probably a lot of one-cost artifacts. Okay. Sure. All right, so we're going to attack into Old Tezzeret. We're gonna get the opponent, y'all. Oh, actually, that's pretty good to keep too. I'll be honest, I don't even know if we need this Celestial Reunion right now or what we're tutoring for, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. Opponent's gonna block with something. We won't lose a creature. And it has to deal the damage, get dealt damage first. Or deal damage, I should say. Yeah. Get him. Woo, Red Guardian got to destroy something. Yeah, everybody's going to have to read that card. You see the opponent highlighting it. I don't blame them. I'd have done the same thing. This is such a ridiculous pile of cards. Lands, shoot, I'm with you. I wish we had lands. Hey, we won again. I don't know if y'all are having fun watching me stress or not. Like, this is hilarious to me. I mean, we won a couple games already with the deck, so it does stuff. I mean, can't hate it, you know? I don't even think we got the best draws the deck can get yet. Okay, we have a couple of one-mana things. We got a Wanderous Wild. Okay, all right. Yeah, this is a thing we're going to try to make work. And I don't even think you need, like, more damage is good, right? So having Nick Fury makes sense. But I think we're still going to try to go with just Grand because people are afraid of it anyways. There's a chance to just use a removal spell on it. And don't get me wrong, rightfully so. Grand's a good Magic card. Which is also kind of wild because if you watch the show, the fact that Grand was kind of a tertiary character and was only really part of like one kind of serious storyline in there. Kind of funny just that the card got to be so important. Oh, and a Cecil. All right, we're going to get rid of Nick Fury. And we have kind of two options right now. We can either play Wondrous Rasp and turn off a Llanowar Elf, or we could bounce Grand and play Cecil, which both seem reasonable, but we call something other than creature, which we know the opponent's playing a creature deck, most likely if you're playing Llanowar Elves. I'm going to gamble on turning off a Llanowar Elf here. I think that's what we want to do. Don't know if that's right or not at all. Just taking a shot in the dark. I'm just like, does this play work? We'll find out. Okay, so then we want to turn off Badger Mole, right? So we attack with Wasp. I don't know, we'll see. There's a Cecil. I mean, because like bouncing a Badger Mole has its own weird problems, right? But I was thinking we could attack, play Arachne, bounce Wasp, then Wasp could turn off the Badger Mole, unless, of course, they have like Snakeskin Veil or something. But worth the risk? Maybe. Either way, we're going to need our mana, I think. So let's go ahead and attack with the Wasp. The other option is we could just ang the Badger Mole Cub, which I think I'm going to do that, actually. Not necessarily the best answer, but I'm going to see what happens. Because we are slowing their mana down. Like if they have a land, they tap, play their Badger Mole, have 2 mana still, and we'll just see where things go. All right, there's Badger Mole, no more lands. Interesting. No, they had a land, but they chose to play it afterwards. Oh, they forgot. They might have forgot they can't use their Llanowar Elf. Okay. Well, knowing what we know then, let's attack with the Flyers. Just to keep some pressure up. Okay. And then actually let's Web Sling back the Wasp. And then we get to see their hand, so we'll have an idea of what they're doing. But this feels like there is a Snakeskin Veil or something similar, so this plan may not work. Yep, there's a Snakeskin Veil like we thought. But I guess the good news is they don't really have much going on. So I think we're just going to hold on to the Wasp, I guess. Maybe they'll tap down enough stuff on their turn. Alright, end the turn. Would have been nice to turn off the Badger Mole Cub, but we just didn't hit a situation where we could. That's tough. Yep, Bristly Bill, you got it. Yep. Problem is, they also know we have the Wasp now, so this game's going to get very weird. But I don't mind that we picked up the Wasp. I just think the initial plan of turning off the Badger Mole was probably better. I guess we wouldn't have had an opportunity anyway, because assuming they were holding the Snakeskin Veil the whole time, as soon as we unlocked the Elf, they would have had the mana to protect the Badger Mole. So they were kind of going to get whatever they wanted out of this, regardless. So that's a little tough. But they are at 12. Oh, they are going to go to the next phase. They used their mana. We're going to now turn off a Badger Mole. We got what we wanted anyway. Yep. Neither of those tramples, unless they find a trampling spell. We don't care that much. However, we now need to attack with the Grand, I believe. So we'll attack, 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 with Aang included in that mess. So opponent's going to go to 8 after they block. How dangerous does this get if we attack with Cecil? We would go to 12, be able to block one thing. Opponent could double some counters. Pump with Bristly Bill. We'd have to find something off of... I think we do it. We have to find something off of the... okay, we found something. Not great, though. Yeah, just get rid of Starting Town, I suppose. Alright, not a great situation. It could have been better. They might also wonder why we're attacking with the Grand. But granted, we're only doing it because we're looking for a card. Oh, they're blocking with one of them. Okay, well that takes some of the concern off. That issue isn't nearly as bad now. Alright, yeah. I guess they figure because I have another one, it's fine. They're at 7. We can attack for 4. So we need 2 attack steps. Currently. The opponent can pump with Bristly Bill, but not enough to matter. This is going to be tough. They might also have a fight spell to try to unlock the Badger Mole Cub, which would make sense. If I were them, I'm attacking with something here. I was going to say, you can't just not attack, right? Opponent, you might as well. Put me to 10, and then you have a chance to just win with Bristly Bill next turn. Alright, well, we are blocking. Okay, sure. Come on, man. I don't know what we need, but we need it to be good, whatever it is. Ooh, our Hasty Flyer would be good, actually. Come on. You're not great. You were not it. Is a flash blocker, though, which is important. So we're attacking, putting the opponent to 3. All right, in the turn. I mean, it's possible they just flash in a... they might just want to use Snakeskin Veil now to pump something to get the extra bonus from Bristly Bill. And if so, then we have to decide on if we want to keep the Badger Mole locked down. I was going to say, or try to turn off Bristly Bill, which would have been an option. This deck does have a lot of flash creatures, though. Or at least a reasonable amount. And that's something to consider as a benefit, right? You can play a lot of stuff during the opponent's end step, during combat step. Right now, I'm sure they're trying to figure out how to deal with our flyers. Because it would take all of their current mana to use a Bristly Bill. And then they would still lose to our flyers. So that plan doesn't look good for them. So you have to do something to at least one of the flyers. And I would assume they would target Wondrous Wasp, which is good because we have a backup one. All right, let's see what your plan is, opponent. Put the counters on Bristly Bill. All right. I'll say whatever it is has to involve just all-out attacking, right? So let's just flash in Red Guardian. I mean, with just 2 mana, I don't think we lose to anything, but, you know, famous last words. Let's go ahead. I don't think we have any reasonable blocks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is there a 2 mana plus 4? I don't think there is. You know what? I'm not even going to risk it because there might be something I'm forgetting. We'll just block this way. So 6 is getting through. Whatever bonus action you have, great. I mean, I'm sure they didn't expect us to play a Red Guardian either. And in a pinch, we could have safely cast the Wondrous Wasp because now all their land that would tap for double is tapped anyway. I don't know. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't know what we were waiting for. So this time, the game really was about Grand and Wondrous Wasp. And I'm not sure I made the best sequence of plays either. There's probably a way I could have done that a little better, but it worked out, so we'll take it. Okay, we're going to keep this, but I think this is the first bad hand we have, right? Because we're not going to be able to play Aang unless we find the right land. We don't have a turn 1 play. I mean, maybe we could draw one because I think we're on the draw here. Yeah, my creatures are going to be tapped. Oh, that makes the situation even worse. Picking up another blue card. I feel like our best case scenario would be that somehow we play Jennifer Walters. She doesn't get dealt with. Great. All right, that helps. Maybe during their turn, we counter something with Aang or bounce something. Then we get a Seraphera and flip to the backside and then just try to go for it. That might be the best sequence we have. I don't know. We'll find out, though. Leonin, sure. Oh. So why are we not doing more here, opponent? What happened? Huh. You have black, black, white, and 2 Leonin Vanguard. It's very tempting to just attack with Jennifer Walters, play Arachne, play Grand, play Knight. I think that's what we're going to do, actually. Yeah. Okay. Again, no clue if this is correct, but it's sure damn interesting. And we'll get some information when we play the Arachne, which is good. Downside, our cards will be susceptible for a turn because we'll pick up the Jennifer Walters, but that is what it is. We know the risk we're taking. Oh, no, Arena, no. Oh, I noticed it as soon as I cast it. Like, I had to manually tap. So now it blows up the whole turn because now we can't play Grand. That's so bad. That is so bad. I mean, we're in it now. That ruins so much. So enchantments, and you have split up, a sorcery. You need double white for any of it. Oh, gosh. Damn, that sucks. All right, well, we got to call sorcery, I guess. Sure. May you draw another swamp. Because if they get a plains, like, we just lose our board. That sucks. But at least we know what their hand looks like now. We can keep Aang up. But all things considered, this may not end up that badly, right? Even though Auto Tapper got us, we're probably okay. All right, here comes Leech Collector. I don't even remember what this card does. Whenever you gain life, first time you turn, this creature becomes prepared. And you get Bloodletting. All right, I mean, that's a thing that happened. So Bloodletting, you lose to each opponent loses to. All right, sure. Deal. I think, well, we need the blue mana no matter what, so we can't even take advantage of that this turn. So let's just attack with Cecil, and probably just Cecil, really. All right. So if the opponent does choose to attack, we get to cause some problems. All right, they're going to take 2. We go to 11. In the turn. I 100% have no idea what we would search for. This is such a crazy scenario. All right, so the opponent gained life. They have their leeches, whatever. They attack. They're not going to attack. We have a 3/3 and a 2/3. And we know we can see their whole hand. So, what is the best thing for us to do? Like, play Seraphera? Yeah, I think we got to get aggressive. That's fine. Bounce this guy, I guess. Oh, Zach Fair is cute. But I wouldn't be able to use it if I use the Seraphim, but we're going to. We're going in. We will transform. Damage incoming, opponent. So we would go to 7, mind you. And we know they still have Leech Collector. But if they get a white land, I'm assuming they would split up to get rid of Aang and our other dude. Though if they did that, they could just attack for enough. So maybe we don't. Maybe it's supposed to look like this for the attack. Whoa, why did we... Oh, we pulled the Aang back. Oh, man, I'm just goofing around here. This is terrible. All right, well, might as well now. Give them incentive. Like, I don't know. Oh, I just messed up. I was trying to do too many things at once and misclicked. Well, that's bad. Yeah, now we're cooked. Because they'll be able to gain at least 3 life next turn. Oh, well, never mind. We found a Killmonger. Oh, no, but I need to have creatures in the graveyard, right? No, I can sacrifice something to do a thing. All right, that's good. Opponent's at 24. We Killmonger. Get rid of the Starscape Cleric, because that's a priority. I don't think... Problem is, what do we get rid of? Is the question. I think it has to be... Man, Jennifer Walters? Is that the worst thing? Yeah, probably. That's tough, actually. But I think that's the only way we insta-lose. Now, I'm just thinking about... If we attack and we go to 4, then we just lose anyway, right? Because they just destroy all... Oh, no, they couldn't destroy untapped creatures. So we would be fine. So let's get in with these 2. Oh, yeah, because Cecil will untap when it returns. So we're fine if we have mana open for Zac Fair. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, this game's been weird. I have played this terribly, y'all. I am so sorry. I'm trying to think through 8 different abilities happening at once, plus the opponent being able to sweep the board. And like, it's ugly right now. It's ugly in these streets, man. But if we survive this turn, I think we're good. Once we start gaining 6, we're probably okay. And then we could mess around and decide what to look for with the Celestial Reunion, I suppose. Though, honestly, I get to see a lot of times where we just get replacement Zac Fairs, right? Like, why would we do anything else? All right. Another Vanguard, so gain your 3. Okay. Take our turn. Oh, and another reunion. Okay. Well, reunion, we really can't reunion for anything right now. So let's just attack so we can get our 6. Obviously, flying damage. Can't really afford to attack with Zac Fair because if they decide to block, it gets very ugly very fast. So let's not do that. And we have 1 creature in the graveyard. So after we sack Zac Fair, Killmonger also gets larger. I probably could have got away attacking with everything but Zac Fair, but I don't know. You want to keep it to where the opponent can't just split up easily. 1 blocker? Okay. And we'll play the Grand. This game, honestly, has been ugly from both sides. Like, they got stuck on with double white cards and had only 1 white source. I ended up drawing both these Celestial Reunions, but I couldn't play them because I was worried about stopping their split up or slowing them down. So it just kind of became a mess of a game very quickly. Why would you not just play your Halaya? Because you're not doing anything else. I mean... Alright, sure, I guess. That's at least a blocker, I suppose. So that makes sense. Alright. Ooh, this only gets things that cost 1 or less. Oh, wait, but you... Well, it doesn't matter that you have haste. Alright, opponent's giving up anyway. Yeah, I don't even know if y'all are going to see this game in the video. Because this I don't know if there's anything to learn from this game. Right? Opponent's draw was bad. Ours was also bad, but less bad. So, like... And I played terribly. Like, I don't know, man. This whole game was a mess from both sides. And I'm not sure the opponent was doing the best thing they could be doing with life gain either. Like, there's just easier ways to drain your opponent's life total than messing around with cards like Leech Collector. But maybe they're on a budget. I don't know. No lie, this weirdly feels like the most normal hand we've drawn so far. And I still don't know what I want to search for with the Celestial Reunion. Can't cast the Grain Ram, but that's okay. We're probably just going in on Cecil at this point. We'll take 2, go to 16. Probably play Jennifer Walters, I would imagine. Fear of missing out. Yeah, yeah. Is this Reanimator or is this... Oh, it is Reanimator. Ugh. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a good answer to this. It's going to hurt quite a bit. Actually, you know what? If I wanted to flip Cecil, I should have Miles that turn. Because getting in for 3 puts us at 13, and attacking for another 3 would have put us at 10. Whereas now I have to attack 3 times. So that's a bit of a disappointment. Doesn't really do what we want to do. Alright, well. Kind of got gifted the same scenario over again. Wait, oh, because they attacked us for 2. They did our job for us. Great. Wasn't what I was expecting. I was like, wait, how did we end up at 12? But they attacked us. All right. Well, I'm going to assume whatever Reanimator thing they have in hand is now available. So, is there anything we can do here that matters? We play Eddie? We can't play Eddie. Well, we can, but we don't get anything. We just get a 3/3. Other abilities? No. We could... Oh, can't play you either. You know what? Let's just go search. Oh, you know what we can get? We can go get a Sarah Farron. Yeah, because we have 2 dudes. Let's go get a human. Behold 2 creatures. Got it. Though being able to go get an Aang, actually, now that I see the writing on the wall, getting an Aang's actually pretty nice. But we're just gonna get Sarah Farron and just say like, hey, here comes a clock. And if we get, I don't know, we'll have to figure it out from here. All right. Though now, if they get a 6/6, we can at least attack into it and try to do something. I don't know. Opponent's at 4. Hatcher. Hatcher's a nuisance here, actually. I mean, everybody's staying to block, I would imagine. Oh, and we can't even cast the Absorbing Man. Oh, that sucks. All right, well, I guess we still got to attack, right? This gets other stuff indestructible, so that's kind of nice. Yeah, that works. We are stuck on mana, unfortunately. However, now we have a thing we can get back in Cecil. So we got some Eddie Brock value. Another Fear of Missing Out, which is going to be on blocking duty as well. I think we're good unless you got a removal. You got to have a removal spell. Got to be removal or a blocker. Or we somehow got away with another one. Yeah, they have a removal. They're just deciding what to get rid of. Man, we need one of our multi-lands bad right now. Opponent, what you got? Fair enough. That makes sense. Oh, but we got a Cloak and Dagger that we can cast. All right, that's exciting. Yeah, got a double block. Oh, I'm an absolute... This is what happens when you play with new cards. Opponent was at 4. I could have just Cloak and Daggered a creature out of the way. I was thinking Cloak and Dagger gets cards out of their hand, but it can get cards or creatures. Oh, that was so dumb. Yeah. Choose target opponent and up to 1 target creature they control. They reveal a hand. You can exile a non-land card from hand or the chosen creature. didn't get punished anyway. So yeah, even with dumb plays, we still got out of that one. Though, there were a couple of points where I think had they gotten a reanimation spell and got like a Vault-Born Tyrant back, that could have caused some issues. Granted, we had a 7/7 Cecil at some point, so maybe it doesn't matter. But facts that things could have went very differently. Well, yeah, this was as crazy as I thought it was going to be. I don't know. This is one of those ones you get to the end, I don't know what to tell y'all, man, because I thought by the end of this video we were going to want to cut Gran, but she was fine. Like, not good, but fine. You know, reasonable, acceptable. Arachne obviously did what we expected, slowing some of the opponent's stuff down. Red Guardian, I don't really like, but I do get the idea that we have a bunch of small creatures, your opponent blocks with something, you can flash us in and get rid of a thing, right? That makes sense. Cloak and Dagger, I think we only drew them once, and I almost goofed up the play at the end of the game on that one, so there's that. But the card's still good. I think it makes sense in here. I think having that third Serapharin was actually really nice. We didn't really get stuck on mana quantity at any point, but we did have a couple times where having that extra blue mana, I think, would have mattered. I don't know if it's worth shifting around, though, because, I don't know, like, blue is the second most common color in this deck. I guess green also. But, like, black-white, unless you're just trying to play that so you can have, like, a turn 1 Cecil, I'd probably switch this to being another, like, Hallowed Fountain and maybe even like a black-blue land or something, because we have plenty of white, it seems. I don't think that's really a problem, but I would probably make that change to the list just to make sure you had blue, because we had a hand where we couldn't cast Absorbing Man, couldn't cast Gran, and I think there was something else. Oh yeah, there was a Gwen Stacy, right? We couldn't cast that either. So having blue is pretty important in this list. Red is kind of okay later when, you're trying to cast a Gwen Stacy or an Ultimate Spider-Man. Jennifer Walters just needs green and white. So, those are the changes I would make overall. Probably just to the land. Like I said, another Hallowed Fountain and a blue-black land probably I think is the way I would go. Or even another Breeding Pool, a green-blue, since that probably makes more sense to me. A Hallowed Fountain, or maybe just one less Godless Shrine and one more Breeding Pool, I think makes more sense. But, I mean, I get it if you're trying to play a turn 1 Cecil and it sucks if you don't draw your black mana, right? But we also have Bruce Banner, we have Gran. You know, turn 2, you have Wasp. You want to be able to cast Aang, King T'Challa, whatever. So, I'm okay with that small change in the list. Overall, though, pretty interesting. Now, I will say this. Would I say go play this? Here's the thing. There's a lot of rares and mythics in this list. So if you have them, go for it. Have fun with it. This deck was a wild ride, and it was like, what Forrest Gump say? It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That's what this felt like when we were drawing cards. As much as I was kind of iffy on the Celestial Reunion, I will say this card does do a few things, right? You can go get your Killmonger, so you can use it as a removal spell. You could, or go get Red Guardian, either of those, right? You could get Eddie Brock to return something. You could go get Aang to get something out of the way, or same thing with Cloak and Dagger. So there's a few different things you could do with Celestial Reunion that could be very good. So it does make sense in this list. It looked weird at first, but it does make a lot of sense. Nick Fury as a one-of is fine. If you have mana left over, you can just gamble and see if maybe you hit a Jennifer Walters or one of the spider creatures or something. But yeah, this was crazy, man. I don't know, what did we go, 4-1 or 5-1? Like, so I don't know what to say. I want to say this deck's not good, but hey, it top 8'd. We did well with it. Granted, one opponent got a very bad draw, so take that for what it's worth. But yeah, I don't know, man. This was weird. Link's gonna be over on Moxfield like always. If you have the cards, give it a go. If not, it was at least fun to watch. But that's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.